I'm sure there's a lot of questions that we haven't answered in the last 3 days, so we'll be in here for a long time. Excited about where we are. I like the numbers in camp. We went over again this morning. I feel very good about really each position group and kind of where they sit, and got the numbers where they need to be. A lot's been talked about this or that, or this young man not being with us. We're in a good spot. I feel very comfortable. You always want to have them all with you, but when you go sign a class, you understand that at the end of the day, there's a possibility of a couple young men that may be with you, may not be, and maybe in the future, if it holds up, they'll be in that spot. But we're in a good spot. Our scholarship numbers are good. We're right at 105 walking into camp. We have a couple young men in the bullpen if needed as we continue to move forward through the camp. So excited about it. Kids came back. We used our 2 hours this morning that we get during the week to spend some time with them, have some offense-defense meetings, and the kids appear to be in a good shape mentally as far as what they've been able to take care of this summer. Spent a little bit of time with them out there on the field. That went very well, so they look good, just the way they should look. I think the strength coach has done a terrific job of getting them to this point. We're healthy for the most part, probably as healthy as we could possibly ask to be moving into camp, and so away we go. So on that, I will turn it over to you guys, and it's time to get started to play some football.
Microphones on each side of the room.
Coach, you talked admirably about Kenzel Dill throughout the offseason. What have you seen from him during summer conditioning, and what do you expect from him this season on and off the field with him being a veteran among the wide receiver unit?
Well, first of all, with all the seniors, I expect them to understand that it's their team, and we work every day to make them proud as a coaching staff and as a football program, and that's why they sit on the front row in the team meetings. And you get one senior year, and that's all you get. There is no next time. So I've asked him to be a tremendous leader. He's done that. I've asked him to look at those young receivers and understand that they can help this team and they can help him as a player as he moves forward. He's done that. On a personal standpoint, he's his best as far as weight room, his strength. Kenzel's at the point where we're holding him back in the weight room. He doesn't need to get any stronger. He just needs to go out and play and stay healthy and do what he does. He has high expectations for himself. I think he caught a little bit of energy as we went to the end of the year. Surely the kickoff return in South Carolina helped him a lot. Expect him to be a playmaker, and it's his job to do that, but it's also our job to include him within the offense and give him some opportunities to make some plays. So he's right where he needs to be in a lot of different ways. I'm proud of that young man.
Coach, would you have rather had the quarterback situation solved earlier, maybe in spring or summer, or are you kind of glad that they're going to be hungry and competing right now?
I'm good with where we sit. Our goal is to create competition at each spot, and we have it at the quarterback spot, and there's more competition in other spots, not as much in some of the positions as we look through them, but that's the nature of a football team, to create competition. We're there to say if you wanted it to be settled. I guess every year you want to come in and say, hey, we have a returning starter that's a proven veteran player that's right where we want to be, and away we go. But I like where those two kids are battling. It's going to be interesting to see how it continues to go through the process, and they both got a good look in their eye, and they're excited, and they're supporting each other, which is awesome to see.
A very broad question here, but what would you say the mission statement for the 2014 Badger football team is?
Same as is every year. My goal for them is to give them every opportunity that they can possibly get to become a good team first, and then get into a game that's going to allow them an opportunity to be a great team. I'm never going to put wins and losses on it. I expect every one of them to take care of themselves socially and continue to grow from a young man to a man, and I also expect them to graduate with a degree that's going to allow them to move forward in life and support a family or children or whatever that they decide to move forward with. So that is the statement every single year, and that'll never change for us. But again, I don't need to tell these kids a lot. I think their goals that they're writing down and what they've had throughout the summer, their goals are very good. They're edgy. They get expectations about themselves, which I think they should. And if they want to reach out and listen to a lot of stuff that's out there, it should give them a little chip on their shoulder also, which is good.
Coach, you lost a pretty big chunk of your defense. When you look at the second guys in, you look at Warren Herring, Derek Landish, Marcus Trotter, they've kind of proven themselves in game situations. Does that kind of ease the transition when you lost such a large chunk of that defense?
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that have started Big Ten football games on the roster, and you cut it down and you say how many returners. Yeah, it's a small number, smallest in the league. But we do have some people that have started games, and you mentioned a few right there that have played a lot. I think that'll continue to help us as we move forward. When we have years where we have a lot of kids graduate, we'll have a lot of players that started leave because we have so many packages on defense, we have so many packages on offense. Young men are playing. It's not just starting 11 on both sides that are playing every single snap, and that's really part of the plan that helps you when you play packages to get kids experience. So we do have some kids, although not starters, agreed with experience, and that does kind of ease your mind.
Coach over here, you talked about the young receivers. Has someone stepped up that really has impressed you thus far?
You know, it's too early to tell. Without a ball, it's tough to see without pads on. But I would say we have a staff meeting this morning, and we'll go around the room and Coach Beatty's comments where he feels comfortable, and that's a good comment coming from a position coach at this time with the youth of where we're sitting. And I'm excited about that statement. That makes me feel good as we move forward. It's important to the kids that have been in the program. It's important to the young men that are coming in. So we'll see how they develop. But I couldn't really say the new kids a week from now. I think we'll have a lot better feel of that.